We're going to take a look at Enlighten Actions from CXone Mpower and some of the impacts that it can have for your contact center. So this is on one of the Nice partner demo BUs, and there's a lot going on here. In fact, what I can do is scroll up and I can see all of my previous history of various things I have asked this to do. And we can give cool reasons. We've got longest handle time. We've got display categories, which are tried. We tried to change something by email. We changed the tone, all that kind of good stuff. So you can ask all manner of different questions to this. And similar to Copilot for Supervisor, but now we're going across the platform. So I'm going to say, which agents have the highest NPS? And away it goes. While it does that, we've got some anomalies at the top. So we can be looking for certain things here in terms of call handle time and all that kind of stuff. We don't have any that are created on this platform just yet. Let's do previous month. I don't think we're going to get any data there just yet. So we'll just bin that. We can see here Marcel has the highest average NPS. Ruth has the lowest. And what I can do with that is one, say if I like it, but I can also create a chart. And straight away it is there. I can change what that chart looks like. Not sure if that works as a chart there, but we can see it in various different formats. We can expand it because if you really need to see it full screen, you can. Or we can favorite it. We can follow it. We can do various different things with it. We can export it into an Excel or a PowerPoint. Oh, let's do that. I mean, this is pretty cool. If you're managing upwards, being able to straight away just get that out of CXone Mpower is pretty cool. I can also share that by email. So it's going to generate an email for me. I'm going to open my email client in the background. So here we've got supervisors, stuff that's going on. We can also say, make this more casual. Hey, hope you're all just doing great. Blah, 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 blah. Let's send that by email client. And straight away, it has gone into my email. I'm just going to take out all the email addresses it's attempting to copy in, but we can see it here. Big shout out to Marcel and Robert for hitting that sweet NPS. There we go. So let's not send that anywhere. Now, let's go back to Insights. Let's look at what are my top mentioned categories. See what we get out of that. This should be using a combination of IA and QM, and it looks like it's not liked either of them. So what we'll do is we'll go to the help page and see where we should be getting metrics. So call resolved, CSAT metrics, customer sentiment, intent outcome. Yeah, we should. Right, we're not picking up categories out of QM. We've got various different ACDs. There is actually a lot that's going on here. Desktop discovery won't give us anything just yet because we have nothing configured. Okay, so we did have some QM. So let's have a look at, let's go with which agents have the highest hold count. Holt count, there we go, hold count. And that is pretty much spot on with exactly what we saw in the CXone supervisor demonstration. So in addition to this, we've got the observability dashboard. So we'll just let that load up. This is essentially telling us how well our Copilot is working. So of the generative responses, how many have been kept as they were, how many were ignored by an agent, how many had minor revisions, and how many were completely revised. Of the agent queries, what did we not have responses for? And in auto summary, at the moment, everything was either ignored or had as is. We can run this across different channels. We can see what that looks like. We can run that query. On autopilot knowledge, if we've got knowledge tied in, then we can start to see what that looks like. And if we're using autopilot for the customer side of things, we would also see that there. So let's go back to Enlighten Actions. We can also see here knowledge articles. If we have that turned on, then we could create something out of actions into knowledge, which is super powerful. So they have it, Enlighten Actions for CXone Mpower. It's worth taking a look at for your contact center. If you want to start asking various different bits of information from across the suite, then you're going to start to see that data in one very tidy place. Thank you very much for joining us.